In the world of football, some players are remembered for their goals, others for their trophies, but a rare few are remembered for the way they saw the game. This is the story of José María Gutiérrez Hernández, popularly known as Guti, the creative genius who spent 15 years at Real Madrid, surrounded by superstars, yet often forgotten in their shadows. Guti was born on October 31st, 1976, in a small town near Madrid. As a child, football wasn't just a hobby, it was part of the culture. Like many Spanish boys of the 1980s, he dreamed of one day playing for Real Madrid. At just 9 years old, that dream began to take shape. In 1986, Guti joined Real Madrid Youth Academy, La Fábrica, one of the most famous football academies in the world. At first, he played as a striker. He wasn't particularly tall or powerful, but what made Guti stand out was something you couldn't teach. Coaches quickly noticed that he saw passes and spaces that other players simply didn't. That awareness would later define his career. Even as a teenager, Guti wasn't considered a physical prodigy or the next big star, but his technical ability was undeniable. He could glide past opponents, control the rhythm of play, and tread passes through impossibly tight gaps. Guti's development through Real Madrid's youth system was steady. He represented every level of the academy, from the juvenile sides to Real Madrid B, then known as Castilla. By the mid-1990s, he had done enough to attract attention from the first team. His big break came on December 2nd, 1995, when coach Jorge Valdano handed him his senior debut in a La Liga match against Sevilla. Real Madrid won 4-1, and Guti, still a teenager, had officially begun his journey with the club he grew up supporting. In his early seasons, Guti wasn't a guaranteed starter. The team already had experienced names like Michael Laudrup, Redondo, and later Clarence Seedorf. But Guti's technique kept him in the conversation. Even with limited minutes, it was clear the young midfielder possessed something rare, creativity that couldn't be coached. The late 1990s were transitional years for Real Madrid. Coaches came and went, tactics shifted, and the team was searching for an identity after the glory days of the early decade. Guti was used in different roles, sometimes as a central midfielder, sometimes as a playmaker, and even occasionally as a striker when injuries hit. One of his breakout moments came in the 2000-2001 season. Playing further up the pitch, Guti scored 14 league goals, helping Real Madrid win the La Liga title. That season showed the full range of his abilities, not just a passer, but a scorer and creator rolled into one. Still, as Real Madrid continued to evolve, Guti's role kept changing. The arrival of new stars, especially in the early 2000s, would reshape the landscape entirely. When Florentino Perez launched the Galácticos project in 2000, Real Madrid began signing some of the biggest names in world football: Luis Figo, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, and later David Beckham. For Guti, a product of the academy, it was both a blessing and a curse. He was now sharing a dressing room with global icons, but it also meant that the spotlight was rarely on him. While Zidane and Figo grabbed headlines, Guti quietly became the link between them, the player who made the stars shine brighter. Coaches often turned to him when creativity was needed in tight games. He might not have been the headline act, but inside the Real Madrid stadium, teammates and fans recognized his unique intelligence on the ball. Across his 15 seasons, Guti made 542 appearances, scored 77 goals, and won 15 major trophies, including 3 Champions League and 5 La Liga titles. Still, outside Spain, his name was rarely mentioned among Real Madrid legends. The truth is simple: he was overshadowed by the galaxy of stars that surrounded him. If there's one word that defines Guti's football, it's vision. He wasn't the fastest, strongest, or most consistent player on the pitch, but when it came to reading the game, few could match him. He possessed an uncanny ability to see passes before others even imagined them. His touch was elegant, his movement effortless, and his creativity boundless. Guti could unlock entire defenses with a single flick or backheel. Between 1995 and 2010, he recorded 94 assists for Real Madrid, a figure that still ranks among the highest in the club's long history. One assist stands above the rest: his backheel to Karim Benzema against Deportivo La Corona in 2010. In that moment, instead of shooting at an open goal, Guti delivered a no-look backheel to Benzema, who tapped the ball in. The crowd gasped. Commentators were speechless. It wasn't just a pass, it was a statement of football intelligence. Zinedine Zidane once described him as a player who could see football in slow motion. Claude Makélélé, another former teammate, said that Guti had everything: vision, technique, and understanding. His passing wasn't about statistics, it was about imagination. For all his brilliance, Guti's career was not without flaws. He was often criticized for inconsistency, capable of delivering world-class performances one week and disappearing the next. Some managers questioned his discipline or focus. His versatility, while useful to coaches, also meant he never fully owned a single position. Over the years, he was used as an attacking midfielder, central playmaker, and even a deep-line creator. Each role brought flashes of genius, but constant adaptation sometimes limited his continuity. The media often focused more on Madrid's superstars and controversies than on Guti's quiet influence. He became known as a luxury player, someone who could change a match with one pass, but who didn't always fit into every tactical system. Yet, among those who understood football deeply, there was respect. Coaches like Vicente Del Bosque and Fabio Capello trusted him in big moments. Inside the Real Madrid stadium, Guti was loved for his artistry. He played the kind of football that makes fans fall in love with the game. By the late 2000s, Guti had become one of the team's senior figures, a mentor to younger players and a symbol of loyalty. In 2010, after 15 seasons, he decided it was time for a new challenge. He joined Besiktas in Turkey, where his creativity immediately won fans over. Even away from Spain, his technical masteries and vision stood out. Though he spent only one full season there, he left a strong impression before retiring in 2012. Guti later returned to Real Madrid as a youth coach, sharing the same wisdom and artistry that had defined his own playing career. He also served briefly as an assistant coach for the first team, continuing his long connection with the club. So, why is Guti remembered as the forgotten Galáctico? Because while his peers became global icons, he was the one who quietly tied everything together. His genius was subtle, the kind that's appreciated by purists. He wasn't about power or fame, he was about beauty, about the pure joy of football. His career reminds us that brilliance doesn't always need to shout. Sometimes it whispers through a flick, a pass, a moment of vision that leaves you stunned. He won everything there is to win with Real Madrid: 3 Champions League, 5 La Ligas, 4 Super Copas, 2 Intercontinental Cups, and a UEFA Super Cup. He stayed loyal to one club for 15 years, delivering whenever he was called upon. Today, many young fans may know the names Zidane, Figo, and Ronaldo, but true Madridistas will never forget the player who gave the Galácticos their rhythm.